Well, it certainly look better on you than the one you got now. Save it for the ring, Rita.
I mean, why would he do a thing like that?
You tell me.
Do you have any proof?
If I did, would I tell you?
I guess you're right. I mean, why would you trust me? I hope we meet again, Mr. Turner.
I'm sure he will.
I am back at it with something like it's better than the one that you got now. You know what I'm saying? I love Sassy Vanity. The one and only Denise Mathews, AKA the beautiful one you see on your screen right now, Vanity, and the purple man himself, Mr. Prince. I want to go and talk about, their relationship, the good, the bad, the ugly of their relationship. Were they soulmates, connected in twin flames, and all the stuff that you continuously hear. I want to break all that stuff down, look into it, check it out. I'm sorry, some of y'all not gonna like this. Some of y'all not gonna like this, but I pride myself on telling the truth. So let's get to it, what to do. From the beginning when it comes to Prince and Vanity, and y'all gotta check out her channel. I'm gonna let her, she basically tells you the story better than anybody could. It actually says so. Go check her out on YouTube. Her videos are really, really good. So I want to make sure that I give her the plug for this, but go check it out. But we're going to start from the beginning.
While she was running around talking about, tonight I'm living in a fantasy, my own little nasty world. In her real life, wasn't no fantasy to be found, baby. You see, while all of this Vanity 6 girl group stuff was going on, Prince and Vanity behind the scenes had really enmeshed themselves together. They became very, very in love, especially for Vanity. She was Prince's lady, he was her man, but he was also everybody else's man.
That's the kicker right there. He was everybody else's man. That's a problem. We got a problem.
And Vanity could not deal with this. And what made it worse is at the later stage of their relationship, gossip claims that Prince and Vanity even ended up living together. So a lot of his cheating was pretty much done right in front of her face. You know what I'm saying? Like, the evidence was right there. And Prince was a man with a lot of women. So there were plenty of times when he and Vanity would kind of just be out on the town hanging out, and some girl would just pop up out of the blue talking about Prince, am I supposed to meet you at the studio tomorrow? Go somewhere else. Here come another one. Hey, Prince, I'm ready for our session. And Vanity standing over to the side like, hell, for what session?
And that's why these type of situations present themselves.
Van wore on Denise a lot. Because she also had a lot of pressure where we all had this rehearsal for dancing, like the scenes, and we were taking classes and whatnot. And another girl that Prince was seeing named Katie was giving us a dance class. Denise a minute to figure it out. Having a girlfriend going, okay, everybody, bend over, now do this. And women just don't function that well. I think it was like she'd already been on tour, Vanity. We'd already been on tour. We dealt with all of that. But then here we all were, and our choreographer was another girlfriend that you're passing off as just the girl who's working in the dance studio.
That's sticky.
That was him.
That's real sticky.
Sticky, huh?
Yeah. Oh.
And these type of situations were happening. Check out this story. And this woman she still doesn't get it. But check out this story about when this lady first met Vanity. Denise Mathews.
So you hadn't had that encounter with Vanity yet. At her first.
I met Denise and Prince first.
Oh.
So against the wall, and she was standing behind him.
Oh, wow.
And they were together. Hi, I'm Susanna. I'm Wendy's twin sister. And I just wanted to introduce myself and say hello. Well, before he could say, nice to meet you, she comes around and comes up to me, and she puts her hands on my face. And she says, oh, look at how cute and chubby your cheeks are.
The future.
And I was like, nice to meet you. I called the girls and I was like, you cannot believe what Vanity just did. And she was like, oh God. So
but she not get an understanding, or behind the scenes, if you will, of why Denise acted some of the way she acted. There's so many things. This woman still does not get it. She still does not get it. And there's some rules, and I know some of y'all know. When you see a woman with her man, you speak to the woman first. That's just what you do. You should know that. You speak to the woman. Hey, how you doing? You don't go up to the man. Well, he's Prince. It doesn't matter. If he got his woman with him, you acknowledge her first. So I cannot stand when we have these type of situations and the woman gets blamed and not the man. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? And Denise was right. She was right to kind of come a little, because they think it was sideways, that she wouldn't grab their cheeks and all that type of stuff. But it just proves that she was right, because Prince ended up being engaged to that woman.
We're in Paris. And I've never seen him so relaxed.
Really?
And so connected in a way he'd never been. Like, great boyfriend-girlfriend time. Yeah. Really connecting. Like, just like sits me up on top of the ledge. And he sits there and he looks at me. He takes my hands. I want you to be my wife.
Oh.
And I was like, and I said yes. I was like, yes, yes.
But they want to paint Denise like she's the bad person. Okay, let's carry on.
that Vanity tried to bite her tongue at first. The real reason that she tried to bite her tongue at first is because Prince had pretty much made it clear straight out that he was a man who liked to have a harem of women. He basically said a lot of women belonged to him, but Vanity really belonged to him, like she was his number one. Vanity probably agreed to that mess in the beginning, but child, she was in love now. Vanity sitting up there like, listen, some of these other women may not mind you having a harem or waiting their turn, but I'm Vanity, aka Denise Mathews. Baby, I've been fine all my life. And you're either gonna be my man and drop all of these other ones to the side, or I'm leaving you behind.
God's not saying stop because it's hurting him. He's saying stop because it's gonna hurt you. He says, yes, we need to grow and be stretched, but some things are just things people don't value.
So you kind of, can pick up on what some of the problems are, okay? Prince is like more the merrier, okay? More the merrier, and Denise is like one, I'm saying I only need one, right? Denise even said in her book, I only needed one. This was so deep. I only needed one person to love me and he needed more. It's just like, wow, that is deep. But I think that's some of the struggle that you're seeing early on. Denise proved her love for Prince by actually leaving him. I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but a lot of times when you love something so much, you got to let it go because it's not helping you. It's actually hindering you in a lot of ways. And so you got to give props to Denise for trying to do that, or at least being in the process of doing that. It's big time. People don't recognize she's a stronger woman than she gets credit for.
Vanity is reacting the way a lot of females in this predicament would be reacting. But he wanted a true monogamous relationship and Prince wanted to do him. And another cause for contention in their relationship is that Vanity had her own mind. She gave him back talk. He couldn't just tell her what to do and she'd obey. Yes, hated this in Vanity. He hated all this lip and back talk, but he also loved it because he saw himself in Vanity. That was him.
Well, it sounds like to me that Prince is okay with it as long as he's the one doing it and not Denise, and not Denise having her own mind, her own thoughts, her own feelings. And I find it interesting. Check out this interview here with Prince.
Before you go about your reputation, because you've been very cool, you've been very quiet.
Yeah.
And you're not scary at all.
No.
What's up with that?
I think a lot of people, they like to pinpoint it because I have got my own opinion. I do like to say exactly what I think, an opinion and their own set of morals, their own ideas, their own picture. And I think for some people that's frightening. That's how they criticise you and make out as if something that you're not really.
You find that people live through you, and then when you don't act like they expect you to, then...
I don't know what you mean, actually.
Then you're the bad one.
Yeah.
Wasn't that interesting? Now, this could be in retrospect, right? This is years later. This is like 98. And when he had his relationship with Denise, it was in like 82. So this may be in retrospect, but it's interesting that he is encouraging this woman for the same thing that irritated him about Denise.
This is what happened to their relationship. It started to break down. Prince continued to step out on Vanity, so the Prince would kind of restrict her pay or not pay her much. Like one point while she was singing, she went on tour with Prince. The folks say the Prince only paid that girl $250 a week on that tour. When it came to Vanity Six's hit song, Nasty Girl, rumor has it that Prince pretty much took all of that money. It was like he wouldn't pay her enough money to sustain herself. So this also becomes a problem. Like, it's been a problem for a while. Vanity has not been getting paid for a while. Bane, first came into existence or started off as a baby, it really seemed like it was going to be a slam dunk for both Prince and Vanity. Prince even allowed Vanity to write some of their scenes together for the movie. What turned things sour was when Vanity asked Prince how much she would be paid for her role in the film. For some unknown reason, Prince fixed his light-skinned mouth to say $5,000. And Vanity, being who she was, looked around like, who finna get paid $5,000? And Prince was like, you? And Vanity was like, oh no, the heck I'm not. I wish I would. Sit up there and settle for doggone $5,000. We looked at Vanity as an extension of himself, instead of looking at her like her own person. This girl is not just here to make your dreams work. She shouldn't be so tied up in you where if your career doesn't work, her career doesn't work. Or her pay depends on how you're feeling at the moment. She needed to be able to sustain a life on her own. Vanity loved Prince with all of her heart, but she was getting tired of this crap. Tired of him controlling her career but not really doing much with it. Tired of him not paying her what she was worth. And lastly, tired of him for continuously and still cheating on her. He said goodbye. She immediately dropped anything and everything that had to do with Prince. Not only did she drop their relationship, she dropped all of their business ties. After making her decision, it's claimed that she did end up signing with Motown.
And basically the rest is history. Now we can look at what we can take away from what Ashley says. So again, go check out her channel. What we can take away from that is the love was only in one direction. Okay, it was only in one direction. It was only pumping in only one person's heart, which will be Denise Vanity Mathews. And she's proven it through the years, time and time again. And let me make sure I say this. Guys, love is not hard to detect. God made it so it's not hard to detect. Love shows itself. Love proves itself. Okay? Here's some of the times that Vanity, Denise, is proving her love for Prince. even after, right? Even after they broke up.
Real friends, you and Prince? Oh, I suppose silent friends. More like silent friends, because we never see each other. It's very, very tough. It'd be hard for me to see him because I admire him so much, and I'll probably love him for a long time.
Last night, were you busy, or did you see? You saw the Grammys?
No, God, did he win?
He won 3.
Oh, how wonderful!
And this is what I wanted to point out, just to show that love always shows itself. It always proves itself. This is why we never have to question Denise's love for Prince. It was in the movie, and you know the movie, at least musically, did really good. And what did she say? How wonderful that she's happy for him.
I'm proud of him.
Oh, I hear this is a kicker in what Denise does right here, and just the growth, the maturity, the love that you still see. Just check this out. This is insane.
For the favorite pop album award, the nominees are Can't Slow Down, the man Lionel Richie,
Purple Rain in the Revolution.
Thriller Michael Jackson.
I call you Lord Mike.
The winner. Okay, rip it up.
Look at Vanity. Did y'all see how she wanted to open that? This is what I'm talking about. This is what you see how she snatched the thing like, no, hold on. Like, is the Prince about to win? I want to celebrate. No. And again, this is after they broke up. Love shows itself. It proves itself. It always does. Look at that.
Purple Rain, Prince.
Look at her. No jealousy, no envy, just absolute joy, and celebration. You see that in Denise. And let's not forget, she got a reason to celebrate too, because she did, she was the inspiration and she did do some of the writing.
He also picked out your name?
Yes, he did.
And it was his idea that you performed in lingerie on stage?
Well, it was basically, I think, all of our ideas.
Now, wait a minute. but who had the idea first? Let me ask you this. Has it always been a dream of yours to perform in your underwear?
One night...
What kind of guy is this?
No, did you see that? When he says, "No, wait a minute, I'm calling something out here." What kind of man is this? Did you see how Denise kind of smiled and put her head down, and her head is still down, as you can see. She's not going to talk negatively about him or anything like that. That it wasn't about the fame, it wasn't about the fortune, it wasn't about him making her a name. Because if that's all she wanted, she would have stayed with him.
Well, who is Prince's woman, if you will?
Prince doesn't have really a woman.
No?
Not one. You can't single out any woman. One that owns his heart?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I mean, are you one of his women? I'm just curious to know what the relationship with you him.
I don't see him anymore.
Huh?
We don't see each other anymore.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think it's really nice that Prince has given a lot of different women a lot of chance, because I don't know any other people that are like that. That really give you a chance to go out and have a career.
Yeah, well, he's created some great opportunities.
Yes, he has.
Once again, nothing but Denise Vanity Mathews being absolutely positive when it comes to Prince. But check out this next thing. This is so heartwarming right here.
Is this the one that goes to Prince? This is the one. Okay. Yes. All right. Did we plug it in? Sure.
This outfit by Denise is so cute. I'm girling right now, but she was a model, so she knows fashion. But it's cute to me.
Mind if you show it on our show? I guess he got no choice about this. My goodness.
Oh, look at that.
Can we turn it around first?
Sure.
Look at that. It's hard to see that from the top down. This is huge, complete heart. And these represents his eyes. Okay, this is his eyes right here. Yeah. And these are his glasses from 1999, the big album, the tour. And this is a seahorse, which is a birthmark on my leg. And this is him from his first album that he wrote the horse. And this is Who Dares Wins. I got these in England. This little patch. You collect things all around the world and then put them together.
Right, and this is I, and then it says it's to tell him how grateful I am for the things that he's done for me in my life. It says I-L-O. There's the V, and then there's the E on the other side, but we'll stand.
This is why I think people loved Denise Vanity so much, is because she really just seems like a very sweet human being. Just so absolutely sweet. Again, I'm not saying perfect, because none of us are perfect, but she just really seemed like the core of her, she was just a really sweet person. Hate to say it, but Prince, you messed up there, buddy. You messed up there.
Doves Cry that I was inside here from the song.
Well, how long did this take you?
2.5 years.
Hey. Boy. Is that all you see in there?
Yeah, that's really, very imaginative.
Did you hear the words that came out of her mouth? She said it took her 2 years. 2 years to make this thing. And again, just to remind you guys, she made this thing for Prince. You know what I'm saying? And the thoughtfulness that went into it, the creativity that went into it. And again, this is what I'm saying, like, man, this woman really loved this man. And I feel so bad for her when you got to deal with that. Then you got to see him prance around with all these other women. Your heart every day and with every woman, with every passing day, with every woman, your heart is breaking and is crushing into pieces. Now when we look on the Prince side, guys, see, so again, some of y'all not gonna like what I have to say here. Do we see this on the Prince side here? This is how I see it. And this is 3 months ago. It says, "It is not simple. Prince wanted Vanity in the movie, which is Purple Rain, but she had terms that he didn't agree to. Of course, Vanity would have wanted to be in the movie, but Prince didn't fight for her. He replaced her. That must have cut Vanity deep, and it did, right? It says, Prince always made Vanity feel, this is my thing, Prince always made Vanity feel replaceable, and to him, she truly was. He replaced her over and over again. That's how he was with women. She left Prince professionally out of pain." This is what I'm talking about. Finally, somebody who's not in the clouds of everything, but you see things for what it is. And don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? They make a beautiful couple. They made a beautiful couple. I mean, Denise is beauty she could stand alone by herself, as we know, but, and also this is something else I'll say when I was looking at, I got some more videos coming with Vanity and Prince, but one of the things I did notice watching some of Prince's interviews is the dude's hilarious. Like, he is funny. He has a phenomenal sense of humor. And Denise does as well. I got videos coming on that. But Denise does as well. So they seem like, if everything was nice and good, they seem like a couple that you would have fun around. Because he's cracking funnies, she's cracking funnies, but then again, could that have been some of the problem? I don't know. Like when hey, babe, let me be the funny one. You sit back and be pretty. And Denise is like, nah, man, I got some jokes in my back pocket too. And then all I say, but he loved her. And one thing that I would say, and I know people say, well, Prince, he even admitted that he loved her, and I'm like, guys, make sure that we don't value that somebody tells somebody that they love somebody after they pass, in death than they did in life, okay? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. We're hyping this up. It's like, did he ever say that while she was alive? You know what I'm saying? I understand he said in her death, but did he say it while she was alive? And the other thing is like, yeah, well, she was the one. And I was like, well, he didn't put a ring on it. Why did he put a ring on it? She was the one. She was the prettiest one, the most talented one, the most called one, the most chosen one, possibly maybe the one that loved him the most, right? But he actually took the time out to go and marry other women. He didn't put no ring on it with Denise. So I just want people to recognize love is not hard to recognize. It shows itself. It proves itself. You see it even with Denise. We don't have to guess. And that's what I want people to understand. Is it possible that the bad Bama Jamma that she was, Denise Vanity Mathews, was she the first woman to like walk away from Prince? Like, was she the first one to be like, nah, bro, like, you cool, you fine, you it and everything, but man, you too much, man, you crushing my heart too much. I can't deal with this. I'm out, right? I wonder if she's the first one to do that, and it caused Prince to not walk in love, but to walk in pride, right? And that's where the Bible says that pride brings a man low. This is in a nutshell what I think Denise and Prince's relationship was.
My father says everybody has doubts.
Doubts, Dwayne, not dates. I want to be your one and only, Dwayne. Are you ready for that?
That's how it went with Denise and Prince. You know what I'm saying? There maybe wasn't a ring, but there was other things. Okay, this next scene is more along the lines of what I think Denise wanted. I think this is more along the lines of the outcome that Denise was always looking for from Prince, but never got. Sometimes.
I'm drunk on you, baby.
I'm drunk on you, baby.
And I always have.
It ain't never stopped, huh?
What am I going to do with you, Steve Urkel? Just love me, Laura.
Right.
Love me like I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Come here.
And she sealed that with a kiss, huh? Matter Steve Urkel and Laura Winslow. And that's what I love so much about their love story that people try to tear down. Steve says when he says, just love me, Laura. Love me like I love you. What does that mean? Love me equally. Love me equally. Love me in the way that I am exemplifying to you, right? And why is that so important? Because that is what broke up Prince and Denise. Prince could not love her equally. He could not love her the way she loved him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting there saying Prince did not have a love for Denise. I'm thinking, how could he not? The woman's amazing.
Yeah. Were you the favorite for quite a while, weren't you?
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. She's witty. She's talented. I mean, she crosses all boxes, all of them. You know what I'm saying? So to me, he had to have some sort of love for her, right? But not the love that says, I will make you my one and only. Not the love that says, I want to do life with you. Not the love that says, I will push all the rest of these to the side for you. Love proves itself. Love shows itself. You don't have to guess whether or not somebody loves you because you see it. It proves itself, right? It proves to be true. Like when we look at it on the side of Denise, we don't have to question it, guys. We see it, right? We don't have to question when it comes to Prince. We're like, well, which one did he love? Did he love her more than her? That's the whole problem right there.
To some of the world's hottest female performers: Kim Basinger, Sheena Easton, Apollonia, Vanity.
I think he had some deep feeling for them. I don't know which one he liked more than the other. I can't say. I asked him one day, "Are you ever going to get married?" He said, "I'm already married. I'm married to my music."
As you know, that was Prince's sister, and she said, you know, Prince, when are you going to get married? He said, I'm married to my music. And this is something that people will say you will never doubt about Prince is who he loved. And it was his music. And that's the whole point I'm trying to make, you know, is love proves itself. Prince proved who and what he loved, which was his music. Yes, it should have been Denise Mathews because she's the most beautiful woman and amazing woman, one of the most amazing women to ever grace this earth. But he didn't do that. And that's why it baffles my mind that you guys actually think they were soulmates. Y'all really think God is that reckless that he's just like, oh yeah, well go be with this dude. Yeah, he ain't gonna treat you right. Well, he gonna dog you. He gonna dog you straight out. You gonna fall head over heels in love with him. But that's who I picked out for you right there, baby girl. That's him right there. Like, do people really think is that really how you perceive God? Like, that is crazy to me. So to even think that they're soulmates, to say no disrespect to Prince, but to think that God picked out Prince for Denise, especially when you look at what God always had for Denise.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Just Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
But what happens when you meet somebody and it's wonderful and terrific?
Well, then it's wonderful and it's terrific and it's sweet. But, you know,
You won't sleep with anybody?
No, I won't sleep.
I mean,
with
don't sleep.
Men that came into your life or that come into your life, if he hasn't been picked or she hasn't been picked by God, you usually make a mistake.
Yeah, but what if somebody very nice now comes into your life? What if you wouldn't get
Are you
married?
with the Lord? If you're not with the Lord, I'll bring you to the Lord.
What if somebody's nice and adorable and believes in God and all that? You wouldn't get married?
Well, no, whatever God wants.
Yeah,
God had a big purpose and big plan for Denise. And so this going almost this way with Prince, it may have gotten her off of what God really intended for her in the first place.
So Darius, what is a soulmate? I'm glad you asked me. Soulmate, watch this, is a God-ordained pick. Because it's hard to have a good relationship with a bad pick. Right? Finding a soulmate is about choosing who's been chosen. Because it is a God-ordained pick for my life that's suitable for my soul and necessary for my assignment. Why would God send me someone that puts my soul in jeopardy? God sends help, not company. God said, you just want some company. I don't send company, I send help. And what's scary is most people don't know what they need until they're in a relationship and not getting it. Question is, do you trust God to provide?
So if you can see, that was very deep. That was Darius Daniels talking about soulmates. You know, Denise and, you know, Prince were soulmates. And it's like, the only way, guys, that they were soulmates is if Prince was supposed to come over to Christ like Denise did. Otherwise, they were never supposed to be soulmates. Probably never was supposed to even be in any type of relationship. But I just want to encourage you in that. You're more than that. You're better than that. You don't have to be a side piece, a side chick. You don't have to be a second or third. You know, you don't have to, you don't have to be in relationships where they don't celebrate you, they tolerate you. He cares about your soul. But yeah, man, love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.